what's going on? Muriel from the Sunshine Family in Costa Rica travel and Costa Rica backpacking on the budget tips. That is what I will be discussing today in my video on my channel. I'm so excited that you found my video. I moved to Costa Rica in 2018 with my 2 children and my husband, and then so far I've learned so much. And because I know that there's many people traveling to Costa Rica right now or thinking about traveling to Costa Rica and calculating their budget, basically to fill up their battery because they are in COVID-19 time, restricted wherever they live, and Costa Rica is such an amazing place to visit right now. So let me help you sharing my best advice in 5 categories, like accommodation, transportation, food, activities, and general. So stick to my video until the end. Before I'm gonna dive right in, this is an open invite to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet. You can do that by clicking that little square icon there, and that bottom corner of every of my video you see Dirk and my face with something like subscribe. If you touch it, then if you hit the bell icon, you receive a notification every time I upload a new video, and that might help you being up to date about everything that I will be sharing about Costa Rica travel, Costa Rica expat life, moving to Costa Rica, living in Costa Rica, all the stupid mistakes I made that I think it's really valuable for you to learn from. So I didn't make them just like that so others can benefit, right? So yeah, I am excited to provide you tons of value today again. So let's dive right in. In general, tip number 1, budget tip number 1, when you're looking into Costa Rica travel, Costa Rica backpacking, if you pay in cash in Costa Rica, you can expect a discount up to 20% of the original price. And that's basically asking for a descuenta. And it's really normal to ask that. I discovered this a while after I moved here. Okay, so for example, you can expect a discount for accommodation when you do a little bit of homework before. Go to Airbnb and booking.com and check out which accommodation there is available in that specific area. Look up the general prices, then find the direct contact details, preferable WhatsApp or perhaps just an email, or call them and say, hey, I'm expecting to come then and then and then. If I pay cash, do you offer a discount? You will be surprised that they're willing to give you bigger discounts knowing that you pay cash outside of booking.com or Airbnb, because those owners pay for their services. Hush hush, but it worked with me. So you can also can expect discounts when paying cash in shops, when you pay for clothing, or not specifically in supermarkets. That's not really working, but also for activities, like if you are looking for surf classes or yoga classes and you say, hey, pay for cash, is there a special price? You can also say that you are local. Local prices and tourist prices are in general different. Now, I'm not taking the responsibility how you can live with being a liar, but I do know that long-term expats, and they live in a specific place for longer time, get discounts for gyms and for average stuff over tourists. It's just that I want you to know this so you can work with this info the way that you prefer, okay? So yeah, discounts possible when paying cash. I think that's a huge one. Now, this is a tip before you book your flight. I almost forgot to share it, to get the cheapest tickets for your plane, and a lot of people don't know this. If you go to a website to look up the cheapest tickets, right, to fly, then there's always cookies on the website. That's some kind of sticky thing that's registering your visit. Then when you're comparing prices and you want to go back to that website, it often happens that a higher price is visible. Now, if you're gonna go to an incognito page, and the fact is that that incognito page hasn't registered your previous visit, so you're gonna see the original lower price. I think this tip can save you tons of money from now until in the future. It saved me a lot of money so far. So My next tip is about transportation. How can you travel to Costa Rica on a budget or backpack to Costa Rica and save a lot of money? Well, I would prefer choosing local buses over shuttles. Now, shuttles is in general a small minibus with some specific services that you're just with a small group, with air conditioning, with Wi-Fi, whatsoever. Often it is offered in a specific arrangement, right? In general, the prices can go up between $50 to $100, of course, depending on the distance, how many stuff you bring, etc., etc. But what I discovered over time, because I have a friend living in San Jose, and I could not always go by car because Dirk needed it at home, that I discovered local bus transportation, which is in general really, really cheap compared to shuttles and taxis. Really, you will fall from your chair if you compare those prices. Now, I will post in the description below my video a website where I have booked several times an awesome bus ticket from San Jose to Santa Teresa back and forth. And that one also stops at the airport. So there's multiple destinations there to find. So go and check it out in the description below. By the way, there's more information in the description, because if you're curious about what it is that I do online and how I am making my living and how you could really build an online business while traveling to Costa Rica or even living in Costa Rica like I do myself and work online from home, then if you're in the description anyways, go check out the very first link below this video to learn more what it is that you can do online without having a website or experience whatsoever. And there's more. I also have my own coaching programs. I have a video training. There's a lot of information there. Just check out the description below for more information if you would like that. Okay, so that is according to transportation tips, right? Also, another budget tip is choose Ubers if they are available in specific areas where you are in Costa Rica over taxi drivers. Uber is a specific amount you pay getting from A to B. And when I do this, it means that there's ants walking over me and I don't want them to bite me. So yeah, I discovered, so in my area, Santa Teresa area, there's no Uber available. But in a lot of other parts in Costa Rica, especially close to San Jose, there are Ubers available, and it's the cheapest way to get the fastest way from A to B. Yeah, I think that is a huge, huge money saver. What you can also do if you are in the place of where you're going to stay and you're thinking about renting an ADV, in general, you pay $75 per day in beach towns like where I live. But again, if you pay for cash and long term over short term, it's always cheaper. But if you don't want to rent at all and save a lot of bucks in your back pocket, then just hitchhike. If you want to go from your accommodation to a restaurant, just stand at the side of the road and hitchhike. Of course, depending on how much traffic is driving there. Here in Santa Teresa, it happens all the time. And personally, I always take hitchhikers, you know, if they seem fine and I have a spot in the back of my ADV. So I hope that makes sense. Next budget tip about food. How can you save a lot of money on food? Well, first of all, make dinner yourself, make food yourself, and then stick to the local products like fruits, rice and beans, and all Tico related products that is available in Costa Rica and doesn't have to be imported. So stay away from brands that you're used to, eat back where you come from, and just stick to the local stuff. And yeah, what I always recommend is join forces, make dinner together and make big portions, split it up, freeze it up in the fridge, and a couple of days later you can take it out and you have a nice meal. Chunk up some fresh tomatoes, vinegar and oil with it, and you have a lovely meal next time. Also, if you do prefer eating outside and you don't want to make dinner yourself, prefer eating in local sodas over the touristic oriented restaurants. It will really excite you to hear that those prices are incredibly low for, in general, delicious local food. And you will see that many locals are eating in sodas once in a while as well. Then the next tip is about where you can save up a lot of expenses is on activities. Just focus, if you're really on a budget, focus on free activities. Be creative. Examples of activities that you could do for free here in Costa Rica is for example, there's lots of paid waterfalls, but in general there's also free waterfalls. Just ask around, word of mouth, asking community groups, or just talk with people. Ask the person you're renting from if there's free waterfalls to visit. There are so many, and that it can give you a beautiful activity for a day. Also, like the ocean, swimming in the ocean, it's free. If you brought your own surfboard, you can just surf. It's all for free. Hiking, for example, I love to hike over the beach. I bring my dogs, but if you didn't bring your dogs, you can have endless walks over the beach, and yeah, that can be a great activity for a day. So you're not hanging in your accommodation doing nothing, right? And what is more there to do? Yeah, yoga. You can do yoga on the beach. All those activities that you can do for yourself. These days we all have a smartphone. You can do yoga. Look up yoga apps or workout apps and just put your smartphone somewhere close to you and go early to the beach and do your workout or your yoga exercises. And you don't have to pay anything for activities and still have an amazing time. Well, with that being said, I think I'm at the end of my video with today's tips about Costa Rica travel, Costa Rica backpacking, and budget tips. I hope you found value in them. Let me know anyways in the replies below if you think my video was awesome. Please reward me with a thumb up, subscribe to my channel, of course, drop your questions below. And again, if you would like to hear more about what it is that I do online, that makes it possible for me to just work from home and live an awesome life that I don't need a vacation from. Check out the link below every of my video and scroll even more down in the description. There's a lot of text. I also, as promised, will add there the website of the local bus company where you can book online your tickets, preventing that you need to wait in lines. And yeah, with that being said, I'm looking forward to meeting you one day in Costa Rica, and see you in my next video.